Local law enforcement and insurance companies say deer collisions are more common this time of year. News 18's Kayla Sullivan tells us why.
1050 PI, motorcycle versus deer.
It's the type of calls Sergeant Andy Cree with the Tippecanoe County Sheriff's Office says they'll hear more often in the coming months.
I wouldn't be surprised if through these months we at least take one a day. I mean, we took one today and it's not even peak season.
There's a reason for the increase this time of year.
It is the breeding season for the deer, so deer will cover a greater area. We have crops that are out, so where deer would have food, water, and shelter in an isolated area, they may have to move more for that.
According to new claims data from State Farm, Indiana drivers are nearly 21% more likely to collide with a deer than they were last year.
As an insurance company, we want people to be aware and avoid these accidents because we certainly don't want them to have crashed their car or have to deal with an accident. And some of these deer accidents can be quite damaging.
Cree says if you see a deer on the road, press on your brakes in a straight line. Flash your brights.
If you can break that stare maybe or just scare them enough to move them off the roadway, it's best case scenario.
But sometimes it's simply unavoidable.
If you have minor damage or at least a minor enough damage that you can drive from the scene, you aren't necessarily required to contact the police department for the report. That is something you can contact your insurance agent, tell them I've hit a deer. Your insurance agent will work with you on that.
But it's important to know what your insurance covers.
Most people have collision, but comprehensive is what would be covered if you hit a deer.
A lot of these crashes are avoidable in the sense that the deer may not be immediately in front of you, but you swerve and then get into a crash, or instead of hitting the deer or other animal, you end up hitting an oncoming car or a tree, and a lot of injury can come out of that.
Cree says he hopes with more awareness, Indiana will beat the odds and see a significant drop in the number of deer collisions this year. Kayla Sullivan, News 18.